is our vibe table, and it's going to simulate what this package would see in the back of a truck or a tractor trailer. It's going to show you the different frequencies and Gs that you would see in the distribution process.
Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and it is January 1st, 2021, or January 2nd, depending on when you're watching this. And you know what that means, right? New year, new possibilities, new pre-orders for new toys that we haven't even seen yet. Oh. But news-wise, it's a bit light this week, and why wouldn't it be? It's the week between Christmas and New Year's. Most sane people would be kicking back, you know, enjoying the holidays, taking some time off work, or going to work, but not working quite as hard, you know what I mean. But us insane people stay online, looking for toys, looking for something to spend our money on, something to fill that hole in our soul. People like me and you, we're the crazy bastards online trying to get Target to give us a G.I. Joe classified Firefly or Viper or something. Just give me something. We're not the crazy ones. You are. To start things off, earlier in the week, Storm Collectibles seemed to be teasing that they were going after another fighting game franchise, and it's no surprise to anybody, right? I mean, it's Storm Collectibles. They linked a YouTube video for Guilty Gear Strive on their Facebook, but it was an older video. It was from a couple of months ago featuring Giovanna, and that was it. They left it at that. So we were left to speculate, are they going after the license? And if they do, are they going to make Giovanna? Or are they going to make that crazy-ass spirit wolf thing that seems to be floating around her? Can you tell I know nothing about fighting games whatsoever? But then the next day, they did post that they do have the license to Guilty Gear Strive. And I think that game's coming out sometime this year. In fact, today, remember the 1st, was supposed to be another teaser trailer. So it's an interesting thought, and it's another license announced that they may make a couple of figures of, and then go back to Mortal Kombat, and then back to Street Fighter, and then back to the various other video game franchises that they're working on at the moment, and then coming back to this, back and forth, bounce around. Also this week, Veebs got to sit down with Trevor Zammit, the brand manager for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at NECA, and it was a long conversation, lots of juicy tidbits, but some of the highlights, ooh. Rat King and Vernon should be shipping before the Chinese New Year. Last week's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon digital download revealed that we are getting the Punk Frogs, and they will come out in 2-packs. The first 2-pack will come out, and then Ace Duck will release with whoever else is coming out in that time, and then another 2-pack of Punk Frogs. Chrome Dome is big. Very big. After the next round of video game turtle figures, they'll be switching to Mirage comic turtle figures, which means everywhere you saw Turtles in Time at online retailers, in brick and mortar, wherever else, that's where the Mirage comic turtles will be shipping to. Trevor says the turtle van is sculpted, and they're looking at options on how to release it. Lights, sounds, lots of little swappable parts because of all the different looks it had in the cartoon, season to season, episode to episode. Just different options for whatever look you want to go for. They're also trying to lay out a sewer layer playset, but it is a daunting task from what I understand. There's just so much to do, and they're looking to see if it's viable to even make it. Do we have rooms on our shelves? Is it going to be its own freestanding piece of furniture with all kinds of rooms and everything? Who knows, but it's in their brain pans. I don't know what this is. Most excitingly, though, at least for me, is the Disguised Turtles, again revealed last week on that digital download. During the interview, Trevor sweetened the pot by saying that this will be a 4-pack, so it's one and done. The bodies may be slightly updated here and there. The pack will come with tons of accessories, and then the head does have the options like the quarter scale figures, where the top pops off the bottom. You can have eye options, you have mouth options. Options are good. That, along with the heads looking like what I imagine when I think of the cartoon, and I'm in. Even though I haven't been all in with this line, I'm gonna need this newer set of turtles. You got me, NECA. Now I just have to track them down and find them, right? There's also a lot more in that interview, so go give that a listen, and 2021 should be a crazy year. NECA is also getting in on The Boys action, showing off a Homelander and a Starlight. Homelander looks to have a lot of detail on his suit, and if you know me, you know I love that texture. I don't like no flat planes on my action figures, and then the I-beams. That's just an awesome effect. For Starlight, I didn't realize there were so many stars on her costume, and I'm not talking about the big gold ones, I'm talking about the little white ones that's kind of made up into the fabric. Will she have a light up feature in her head, or are those eyes just painted really bright yellow? Because I like the effect. I'm afraid it's a little photoshopped, but we'll see, I guess. Unfortunately, for all that plastic goodness we see, my eye is automatically drawn to whatever the hell's going on with her right hand. Did she get it caught in a garbage disposal? Is this something in the show I haven't seen yet? I gotta think that won't be on the final piece, that this is just, oops, it's a prototype, we forgot about that right hand. No info yet, but the year is just beginning. Again, 2021. The Bandai SH Figuarts Pac-Man made its debut at a virtual show several months ago, or was it last month? Hell, it could have been last week. I can't keep track of all this. But now we have the full solicitation info. I don't envy the designers here, taking what is essentially a ball with limbs and then super articulating it. It's gonna look wonky any way you go about it. The only things that really stick out at me are the slots at the top of the hips going up into the body of Pac-Man. But if it can get him down into these running poses like this, then it's not a deal breaker. Although I'm imagining the balancing issues here. Ooh. Includes alternate mittens and a swappable face, or well, front half of his body, half a torso. I don't really know Pac person anatomy. Also includes a red ghost and a cherry, and after reading comments from people who know way more about video games than me, this seems to be the Super Smash Brothers version of Pac-Man. That made me go hit Google, and yeah, it's pretty damn accurate to the game model, including the rings around the shoulders. Pac-Man should be going up for pre-order soon, and then that should release in May. Ooh, a little Todd news to start out the year. Well, it could be better. A few months back, when the Walmart exclusive gold label Mandarin Spawn went up for pre-order, we also got a quick peek at the raw sculpt of the standard version. I can't remember if we were told it was going to be red, or if we just assumed it was going to be red because of the original releases of Mandarin Spawn, but we now get a better look at that thanks to Previews World. Here it is in all its painted glory, and ooh. I really like the blues and the whites and the grays of the Walmart version, but man, the way the reds and the golds and the ivory plays off each other here, it's way more eye-catching. That's along with different sculpt for the mask, the shoulder pads, the belt, the crotch cover, the knees, probably something else I'm missing, but it's not just the same figure repainted. It's kind of the yin to the yang of the Walmart version. I like the blue, but I need the red, and thankfully it is not an exclusive version. Anywhere that orders from Previews will be stocking this. $20 should release in March. I hate to even bring this up because it's not really new news for Hasbro Marvel Legends, but we did get updated pictures of the card backs for the X-Men Legends Tri-Sentinel wave this week. Nothing groundbreaking, but they do have that clean, modern style to them for some reason. It kind of differentiates itself from the standard Marvel Legends packaging. I don't know if it's the white, I don't know if it's the circles, the Krakoan language up at the top, something about it. But much like my experience of trying to read House of X and Powers of X, I find myself completely ignoring the walls of texts and just looking at the pretty pictures. This will probably be as deep as I get into the storyline, but hey, good figures are good figures. If I get them in hand and I like them, it may push me to open up the Marvel Unlimited app again and give it another go. Although, whew, that is a lot of words. There's a reason I read comic books and not novels. This wave is up for pre-order on online stores like Dorkside Toys right now and should arrive in April. I'm so glad it's the new year and I don't have to say April 2021. It's, next year. It's now this year. We're good to go. Finally, as you saw in the intro, the Haslab Transformers Unicron is currently going through package testing, and apparently Hasbro has a Tony Stark lab somewhere. Seriously, I would be in so much trouble if I worked there. I'd be dropping people left and right in this, straight down, and would get fired for breaking so many coccyxes. Tailbones. I'm talking about tailbones. And then there's this. First of all, I'd jump on there, get a feel for it, see how much it really shakes around, and then you throw other people on there and have battle royales. Who stays on the shaky platform the longest? Maybe place coins all the way around the edges and then place bets on which side's gonna fall off first? And then finally, for my last trick, I'd stack a bunch of boxes up, climb up on top, and then ride that thing like Styles on top of the van in Teen Wolf. Try to see how long it stays up there. Take turns. And again, eventually get fired. File unemployment. Yeah, I wouldn't last long at Hasbro's James Bond Q installation at all. Seriously though, it's good that they're tested in the box like this because as big as it is, I can't see it not having a hard time getting from the factory into our grubby little collector mitts. Basically, this means we're one step closer to that, and give me. And that's it for this week. Short and sweet. I think it's short and sweet. I may have rambled there a little bit. If I missed anything, we'll swing back around to it next week because there's always next week. At least I hope there's always next week. If you're interested in seeing any of these pictures up close without me all in front of it, I'll be posting all of that, plus links to more information, pre-orders on the Fwoosh front page Saturday at noon. And I'll be doing more live streaming here in the near future. In fact, if you're watching this on Saturday when it goes up on YouTube, tonight I'll be over on Cincy Nerd's channel. We'll talk toys mostly, but probably some wrestling too. It was a hard week, and that AEW show, that brought tears to my eyes several times. If Editor Robo does his job later on, and he better, the link to that will be right up here. And then next Tuesday night, I'll be on Heel Turn Radio over on Twitch TV, talking about customizing action figures, and given the name of the show, we'll probably end up talking about wrestling there too. Fun all around. If you want to check that out, the link will be down in the description. But if you enjoyed this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe. Much love to the plus if you're interested in seeing videos early or just in a position to help out the channel, patreon.com. But wherever you may be watching this, I'll always catch you on Fwoosh. And oh, look what I got this week. Plunderlings. I haven't had a chance to crack them open yet, but oh, they look so good in the package. Veebs has been going on and on about them over the past couple of days, so I'm ready to get these out and just allow them to cause havoc on all my shelves.